former President of the Republic of Ghana and flag bearer of the National Democratic Congress in the just ended general elections, John Dramani Mahama, is leading the NDC to challenge the election results in court today. And then the NDC have officially released a statement saying that they filed or they are filing a petition at the Supreme Court to challenge the elections that gave Nana Addo Akufo Addo some 6.7 million votes, I beg your pardon, and then John Dramani Mahama some 6.2 million votes, making the total votes different, some 500,000 votes. And then John Dramani Mahama has taken to his official Twitter handle, and then this is what he posted on his Twitter handle. It says that the National Democratic Congress has decided to proceed to the Supreme Court to contest the results of the rigged elections of December 7th. The decision follows a meeting of the National Executive Committee, NEC, of our party on Tuesday in Accra. And then it says that respect my vote. John Dramani Mahama comes back to say that while in court, the NDC will continue all legitimate actions, including protest, to demand the enforcement of the rule of law and protection of life and property of the good people of Ghana. Respect my vote. So this is what John Dramani Mahama is saying after the declaration of the election result. The NDC have been protesting a lot, from marching from the Parliamentary House to the Electoral Commission office by the Minority Caucus and Parliament. We've seen a lot of protest on the streets of Accra and Techiman and some other parts of the country. Yesterday, Johnson Asiedu Nketia, who happens to be the national chairman or the general secretary, I beg your pardon, of the National Democratic Congress, came to release a press statement. And then let me read this press statement to you. After reading this press statement, we'll go into some nitty-gritties and what the election petition would really entail. So this is the statement. He says that statements by the National Democratic Congress on NEC meeting on 29 December 2020, the National Executive Committee of the National Democratic Congress has met today to consider matters arising out of the recently conducted general elections on 7 December 2020. The NEC has decided that the NDC will contest the results of the rigged elections in the Supreme Court and other appropriate fora. In addition, the party will continue all legitimate actions, including protestations, to press home its demands for the government of President Akufo Addo to enforce the rule of law and protect the life and property in Ghana, and in particular to take all necessary measures to bring to swift justice those responsible for the murders and injuries and destruction of properties before, during, and in the aftermath of the general elections. The NDC's commitment to upholding the Constitution and respect for human rights shall remain unshaken. Long live the NDC, long live Ghana. Issued in Accra this 29 December 2020. Signed, Honorable Johnson Asiedu Nketia. And then according to Article 64, Clause 1 of the 1992 Constitution, a petition challenging the validity of the election of president should be filed at the Supreme Court within 21 days after the declaration of the results by the Electoral Commission. The Electoral Commissioner declared the results on the 9th day of December 2020. So the NDC have had about some 21 days to put together a petition. And then what we are hearing is that today, Wednesday, the 30th day of December 2020, they'll be filing a petition to challenge the election results, which they claim was rigged. But then this time around, there are some nitty-gritties, there are some technicalities concerning the Supreme Court, or some things the Supreme Court have put in place this time around. In 2012, the petition by the NPP was filed by Nana Addo Akufo Addo, Jake Obechebi Lamte, may so rest in peace. And then the third petitioner, Honorable or Vice President Mahama Baumia. This time around, the Supreme Court is saying that the losing candidate, or the candidate who feels that he lost the election, or who feels that he was treated unfairly, is the only one to challenge the election petition. In 2013, we saw some kind of education, and the Supreme Court, Chachuchi Kata, Philip Addison, Kwashi Aidan, Tony Lita, and then we saw Mahama Baumia and that doc and that witness board been drilled by Chachu Chikata. So this time around, as things stand, if we are going to what the Supreme Court is saying, then it means that John Dramani Mahama, who was the former president, will be in that witness box, and then we do not know who is going to be representing the Electoral Commission or whoever they choose to that effect. But then there's a video that I'll bring to your attention. But before that, let me say a very big thank you to Akan Spa and Cosmetics. Akan Spa and Cosmetics are saying that what kind of treatment do you want? Do you need to enhance your facial? Do you need medicure? Do you need pedicure? They are saying that they have you covered. They are saying that they've got you covered, and then all you have to do is to contact their numbers. Their numbers are on the screen right about now. I can't pass it, bro, and then if you want to learn advanced massage therapy, they are saying that contact their numbers, and then they'll get you sorted out. For video when you better
of exhibits was done in your presence.
Oh, the numbering, not all the numbering was done in my presence. A lot of different groups were doing numbering of exhibits. I wasn't present in the numbering of all the exhibits.
So you're not able to tell us anything beyond the observations that you're making on the face of the document?
Yes, my lord.
But presumably other people who else were there?
There were many people who were there.
Yeah, like who? Because maybe we'll need to call them to tell us, to explain to us. Who else were there?
There were tons of people. I can't remember everybody, but there was a lot of people.
Yes, you can
helping
remember.
Us.
Can you remember 2 or 3 or 4?
In terms of helping us to do that, Akoto Ampao, for example, was around helping us to put these together. Gloria Akufo was around.
And who else?
My team was also around.
My lord, so what's the relevance of these questions? I'm sorry, my lord.
Now, can you explain the irrelevance? Can you demonstrate the irrelevance? If you can demonstrate, to uphold it, but I don't see.
The people who were present who stamped these documents is relevant?
Well, anyway, it's your case.
My lord, is very clearly relevant. The witness is telling us, and quite differently from earlier evidence, is telling us that in respect of some of these numbers and so on, he himself cannot explain them. If he cannot explain them, I mean, we have to have recourse to other possibilities, and that has to be who else was present. My lords, this matter of who was present with the swearing of the exhibits, the swearing of the affidavit is going to be very important in our submission legally. I do not need to say more than that at this stage, because these irregularities that we are finding on the face of the exhibits have a lot of significance.
Is counsel addressing the court?
And can you shut up?
I thought you're supposed to be cross-examining the witness.
I can. Yes. Can you let me finish? My lord, it's clear that if there were other people,
My lords, these rude words that counsel has been using, we're capable of replying. And I think that the court should call on him to use more decorous language and withdraw. We are capable of replying it. You should know that.
All right, so there you saw that video, and then most of us were young back then, but then we still remember the popular phrase from Dr. Mahama Baumia, you and I were not there, and then even to the effect that the Supreme Court said that elections are won at the polling stations. What is the 2020 election petition going to be like? And this time around, the Supreme Court are saying that they have barely 42 days to declare the results, or to declare or to pass a verdict, if I should say, on this very election petition. And then this is an interesting revelation. If you go on social media, a lot of people are talking, but then this particular one caught my attention, and then it feels worthy of sharing. And then Austin is saying that in the 2012 election petition, out of the 9 justices sitting on the case, 6 were appointed by President Kufuor, 2 by President Atta Mills, and presiding Judge Atuguba by President Rawlings. In 2020, there are 17 justices of the Supreme Court and 11 appointed by President Akufo Addo, 2 by Mahama and 4 by Kufuor. It makes it interesting, and so let us jog our memory a bit. And then in 2012-2013, when the NPP contested the election results, these were the lead counsels or lawyers. From the left, Shachuchi Kata represented the NDC, Philip Addison represented the NPP, James Kwashi Aidan represented the Electoral Commission, and then Tony Lita represented John Dramani Mahama. You have their pictures on your screen. The 2012 election petition taught us a whole lot of things as Ghanaians, taught us a whole lot of things about law, and then amicus curiae, amicus curiae. That is one very phrase I remember, friend of the court. So we learned some law lessons in the court. So sometimes this election petitions actually help to enhance the rule of law and to test the validity of our democracy as people. And so they have the people. But one person was also saying that the Supreme Court should trash out whatever the NDC is bringing, as Madame Ikia Donko. Madame Ikia Donko is a flag bearer of the Ghana Freedom Party, Ghana Freedom Movement. That is what Madame Ikia Donko is saying. So let me read to you what Madame Ikia Donko sent to the Supreme Court. And then she says that the letter dated on the 29th day of December 2020 addresses the registrar, the Supreme Court, Accra, Ghana. It says that I humbly write to your good office to share my view on the declaration of the presidency during the general election. The main motive being that the declaration of presidency during the general election on the 9th day of December 2020 by Mrs. Jean Mensah was clear and true, just because I, Honorable Ikia Donko, the flag bearer of the Ghana Freedom Party, even declared the winner being His Excellency Nana Addo Dankwa Akufo-Addo on Tuesday, the 8th of December 2020, before Ms. Jean Mensah came to announce to the general public. I am therefore, by this letter, appealing to your good office to ignore and cancel the case brought before you by John Dramani Mahama and the NDC party, because it's never true that Ms. Jean Mensah stole votes for His Excellency Nana Addo Dankwa Akufo-Addo, and all efforts made by Ms. Jean Mensah on the declaration is true and clear, but the NDC party is just throwing stones in the eyes of Ghanaians. I hereby congratulate Mrs. Jean Mensah for a good job done. God bless her. I must state further that I placed the 4th position in the 2020 general election, and with this I thank all Ghanaians for their recognizance. And also, it was clear to all Ghanaians on the television that His Excellency Nana Addo Dankwa Akufo-Addo had 50.1 plus, and John Dramani Mahama had 47.1 plus, which shows the clear winner. It goes on to say that please find attached this letter, a copy of 2012 election picture, which shows very clear when the declaration was made by Electoral Commissioner, where I agreed to that just because it was clear declaration. So this shows I'm a good citizen and I wouldn't like any conflicts behind this general election, and don't agree with any re-election, because if it's true that John Dramani Mahama has won the general election, I would have supported him as I made in the 2012 general election. I count on your usual cooperation. Thank you. And then it's signed, printed, yours faithfully, Honorable Ikia Donko, flag bearer of the Ghana Freedom Party. She addresses it to the office of the President, Jubilee House, Ghana, and then Chief of Staff, Jubilee House, Accra, Ghana, the Registrar, International Court, Electoral Commission of Ghana, and then the General Chairman, New Patriotic Party, the General Secretary, the New Patriotic Party. So that is Honorable Madame Ikia Donko was saying that the Supreme Court should throw out the petition by the NDC, because she says that the NDC are just throwing stones into the eyes of Ghanaians. But we for the 2013-2012 election petition, which took about some 8 months, was just declared within some 15 minutes, where the first respondent, John Dramani Mahama, being declared winner, and then the verdict was in his favor as well. So are we going to see a repeat of 2013? Obviously not, because the Supreme Court has just given us between 41 days to sit on the case and then to study the cases and listen to both sides, and then at the end of the day they'll pass a verdict. If you for Ghana, it is time for more education, it is time for more learning, but whatever it is, we are one Ghana, and our banner must be freedom, unity, and togetherness. If you for whatever it is, we'll be bringing you updates as time goes on. And then to that effect, let me leave you here. Sometimes it's sad. This is GhPage. Subscribe to this channel, GhPage. Follow us across social media on Facebook, GhPage News, on Instagram at GhPage News, on Twitter at GhPage_com. You can also visit our website, www.ghpage.com. My name is Jean Mensah. Don't forget to call me your MC General. Are we best?